Hello, everybody. Spider here, the Fight Car Podcast, coming to you once again. San Antonio, Texas, being joined by returning guest Peter Caballero. My man, how are you, bro?
Doing pretty good, bro. And you?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I mean, it is Sunday. We're supposed to be out here resting, bro, and you're out there. I'm pretty sure it's peaceful. You're out there in your property, man. You were out there earlier today, out and about, man. Tell us a little bit about what you were doing out there.
Oh, just filling up the feeders. Got to keep the deer happy, deer and turkey happy. So more filling up the feeders, putting the protein feed out there, making sure the cotton seed bale that thing stays full, the water trough is good, and putting a few extra secrets out there in the corn to kind of make the deer come a little bit more.
Nice, bro. And of course, man, with the name nickname Vaquero, right? You kind of have to do the old school way, man.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, it's just a little, just a little bit of everything. But and it's nice to go out there too. So it's really, really peaceful out there. So it's a little reset for myself, anyway.
No, and I was gonna say too, bro, because I mean, of course, like all of us, we do the grind 9 to 5. We work Monday through Friday. Yourself, you're out there training and teaching and getting ready for these fights. One that's actually coming up, and we're gonna be talking about. But when it comes to going hunting, man, because there's a difference, bro. You're out there actually bow hunting, man. Tell us,
Yeah.
I mean, why bow hunting and why not, get a rifle or a shotgun or something out there, bro?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I mean, when I was a little kid, I saw Rambo shoot that bow with the explosive broadheads. And I was like, man, that looks pretty cool. And then as I got older, I don't have anybody in my family that hunts, so but for whatever reason, rifle wasn't ever didn't really ever catch my eye. I mean, I rifle hunt, but for the majority of the hunting season, it's all bow. And I came across Cameron Haynes on the Joe Rogan podcast one day, and I was like, man, this guy sounds pretty cool. So I followed him on IG, and I was like, man, that's my guy right there. So the next day, I went to Clyde's Archery. It's not here anymore,
Okay.
but they closed down already. But I went there the next day, gave him my credit card, and I said, I am completely new to this, but I want to start doing this. And that was like 5 years ago, I think.
Oh
And I've
yeah,
been
I
hooked
was
on it
gonna
ever
say
since.
because I remember, just like everybody else, our life is on social media, man. So I remember when you first started doing this, and obviously, I'm pretty sure at the beginning it was a hobby, but now it's become part of life, man.
Yeah, especially here in South Texas where we can hunt 24/7. I mean, we can hunt all year round, hogs, javelina, there's coyotes and stuff out there, plus deer season, and then all the exotics. You can we can hunt year round, and just hunting for a bow for me is just it's really hard.
Yeah,
Like really, really hard. Like you got to be quiet. You got to be able to pull the bow back under pressure, being able to, because they see you, depending how far you are. My blind is maybe like 15 yards away in the brush, so I mean they have really good vision. They can hear everything really well. Make any little noise, they eyes perk up and they're gone.
yeah,
And archery, it really I can relate to it a lot because it's like jujitsu. Like you can study it, you can say like you train, and but you let it go for a little bit, and you come back and you're back to square one. So like, and with a bow, you have to have it in your hand year round, because every little thing counts, from wind to how heavy your arrow is shooting, how heavy you're pulling back, different broadheads, different kind of positions you have to shoot in. It's just you're never going to be perfect at it. And that's what I love about archery so much. Like you're never going to be perfect at it. I mean, rifle hunting's hard too, but for the most part, you're sitting, 100 yards away, whatever. You're drinking your coffee, relaxing, chatting, watching YouTube on your phone, and then you just, make a good shot, and the animals. That's it. But with a bow, you have to be quiet the entire time. You have to spray scent killer from then your what you're wearing. And I put face paint all over my face. I go full camo, so yeah, I just love how it's so hard. And then you have to make a perfect shot.
yeah.
And that's, I take a lot of pride in being a good hunter, making a good shot, because if you don't, because I love the animals, as like I might harvest them, but I don't kill them. I harvest them
Right.
because I eat them. But like I love the animals so much that it's my responsibility to make a good shot, good, clean, ethical shot. And then when they do run, because most of the times they do, that I have to go find them, whether it's following blood or kind of just guessing or kind of just troubleshooting, like, oh, they might go this way, they might go that way. So it's, I take a lot of pride in being a good hunter, just like I do have a lot of pride in being a good martial artist. They go hand in hand in my life. That just coincides with me a lot. Like it just really, really touches home. It feels like home.
No, no, for sure, man. And I was gonna say too, man. I mean, a lot of it, it's having patience, man. Because then, like
Hmm.
in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you gotta for the most part, it's a methodical game. I mean, it's a a lot of people call it a chess game because you gotta wait for the right move. But I can imagine, with the bow and arrow too, man. I mean, that's got to be like I don't think personally. I know I wouldn't have the patience to do that, man. But I mean, the fact that you do, man, that says a lot for you, man.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. And it's like it's one on one. It's you against the animal. It's you have to make a good shot. Everything has to be perfect. Because if you don't, then you're gonna lose the animal, or you're gonna make a bad shot or a rush shot for that matter. But I mean, I just love how it's like a chess game. Like if the animal's looking your way, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the perfect opportunity. And if that opportunity doesn't come, then it doesn't come, and you don't get that chance. So it definitely has its frustrating moments, but that makes the moment when you have a perfect shot and you find the animal, you harvest it, you take a lot of pride in that. So when I
Yeah.
have it here at home or I give it to my friends that don't hunt, and I take a lot of pride in that because I took a lot of pride in that animal.
No, no, for sure.
I love South Texas whitetail. Like I love those animals. Like yeah, that's the for me that's the perfect animal.
No, no, for sure. And I was gonna say too, because growing up, I mean, my pops, my dad and my older brothers, they were the hunters. They're the ones
Hmm.
like as a kid, they used to take me out there and I was always trying to play and they get mad because I'd be making noise. But it's like, I mean, after a while they stopped taking me with them. But yeah, man, they were the ones that would go out there and fishing the same thing. I love the water, I love to swim, dude. So it was a bad combo on my end. But they would go out there and bring back food and nothing will go to waste. I
Yes.
mean, we eat it as much as we could, and then the dogs we got to eat, and then I mean, bone broth and all that stuff, man. So it
Yes.
came down to
Yes.
the nitty
Yes.
gritty, man. So I can definitely relate on that end because yeah, man, we don't go out there just to kill because that's murder, bro. We're out there, like
Yes.
you said, you guys are out there doing your thing, and I mean, the fact that you do go out there and take care of these animals too, man. I mean, it says a lot.
Yeah, man, I really do. Like me and my buddy Mikey went out there, and like he's another buddy, a jiu-jitsu buddy, good one of my best friends. He's become a bow hunter too, like full. He loves it. So I
Nice.
have a hunting buddy that we go all the time, and we just love bouncing ideas off of each other or trying to figure out how we can be better hunters. So it's definitely pretty cool, man, to share my passion and love with another friend, and then he shares it with somebody else, and it's just a never-ending thing.
No, no, for sure. That's definitely a good thing to have and do, man. But bro,
Hmm.
let me talk to you about this training, bro. And because I mean, you've been training for years, bro. I mean, we
Hmm.
talked a little bit before we got on here, and when you first started, or when you first stepped on the mat, when was that? And I mean, what was it for you like the first week of, man? Do you remember that?
I think I stepped on the mat. I Right after I got back from college. I tried to make baseball work as a walk on in Kingsville, and it didn't work out. God has bigger plans, and I always saw MMA and fighting. I always thought that was cool how they blended everything together. And I saw one day a buddy posted on Facebook, "I'm gonna go train MMA," and I said, "Oh, that's cool. I've always wanted to do that." And he commented back, "I'll pick you up in 5 minutes," and that was all she wrote. And
Damn.
I think I was 23, 24, maybe. No, no, I think it was 22 or 23. And I'm 36 now, so time's flown by really fast.
No, no, for sure, man. It's just one of those things. I mean, I was talking to another buddy of mine too a while back, and we are talking about how others have mentioned that in the 10, 12 years that it's taken some people to not just to progress in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, getting a rank of black belt or even making it to the UFC. But like in that time, I mean, you could have gone to school, you could have been a doctor, you could have been, and it's like, I mean, no regrets, everybody's like, hey, everybody has their path and everybody has their passion. But I mean, the fact that
Mhm.
you guys, took this path and you're making it work and obviously still doing it, man. So, what is it that keeps motivating you to step back in there, man?
To be honest, just to be the best, like, every fight there's something I take away, whether it's, I could have done better here, I could have done better here. I'm always constantly trying to improve and always trying to reach like perfection. even though I know I'm never going to achieve it, that I'm still chasing after it.
Yeah.
Whether I make the UFC or not, that's not in my hands. That's in God's hands. But it's just the never ending, like it's never being satisfied with my how good I am, or because everybody can always improve in one way or the other. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm never going to be a master at anything. But just the never ending search to be the best. And I wake up with that feeling every day, whether it's martial arts, whether it's work. I'm a truck driver. I drive 18 wheelers, or whether it's hunting. It's just I just always searching to be perfect, even though I know I'm never going to achieve that. But it's just something that's just inside of me that it just doesn't turn off.
Yeah. No, no, man. I can only imagine, bro, because I mean, as long as I've been, in the sport, I mean, that's, when I first started training back in 1999, and, I think 2004, 2005 was when I started doing the whole media side. And it's been a roller coaster, man, like ups and
Mhm.
downs, a lot of promotions that I've gone through, a lot of fighters that, came and gone. And, and it's always good to see, familiar faces out there, man. And a lot of them, they've turned to, like being referees like for the MMA sport now, and that's pretty cool, because that's one of
Mhm.
the topics everybody's always talked about, getting judges that are actually familiar with mixed martial arts, man,
Yeah.
because that's always been an issue, or it's been an issue for years, with the whole boxing community trying to judge MMA, or you know what I mean. So it's always
Yeah.
been like back and forth, man. But yeah, man. But let me ask you on that topic, because of course, obviously, you're still competing, you're still stepping inside the cage and the mat. When that day comes for you and you're ready to hang it up, man. I mean, would being a referee or working for this, for the state be something you'd be looking at?
No, no. I've given so much of my life to this sport. I've made so many sacrifices. I've put away so many things that have come, whether it's marriage, kids, whatever. I've just put it all aside for this dream, and I heard Ray Lewis say it one time in an interview. They asked him, "Do you miss the sport?" And he said, "No, because while I did the sport, I gave it all I had. So I have
Nice.
no love for it anymore." Like, I mean, he still loves it, but he has no regrets, no aspirations to ever go back. Like, he doesn't miss it because he gave all that he had to it. And
Right.
that's kind of where I'm at with it. I love the sport so much, and I don't regret any part of, the 12, 13 years that I've spent doing it.
Yeah.
And I think it would kind of hurt me too much because I'm always going to want to be in there.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I'm just gonna be a ref or a judge. Like, I'm never gonna be able to put my foot back in there
Right.
when my
Right.
time is comes. My time comes. So eh, I think it would hurt me too much to be that close to it and not be able to step foot in it.
Gotcha,
So
man.
no, once I'm done, I'm still gonna train. Uh, jujitsu with my. I'm a black belt under Professor Leo. I'm never. I'm always gonna be by his side. I'm never gonna stop training, and then still learning. I still love wrestling like, a lot too. Like with Coach Jaime Garcia, one of the best wrestling coaches here in Texas. Like I'm just so drawn to that. And then I'll do striking and stuff. I got a new boxing coach, Coach Jordan in Ingleside. Like that guy is a wizard. Like he's one of the coaches that I added after my last loss, and I feel like I'm like a Thanos collecting the Infinity Stones. Like I have Coach Jordan boxing. I have Coach Jaime Garcia, my wrestling coach.
Yeah.
Coach Leo Cantu and Professor Jeff with my jiu-jitsu. I have Coach Patrick with my MMA that kind of puts
Yeah.
it all together. And then my buddy Mikey, a really low key, flying under the radar strength and conditioning coach who's been with me from the beginning. I feel like I've acquired all these different coaches, like just like Thanos collecting Infinity Stones,
Yeah.
just little was one by one. I feel like I really have the all star lineup, and it's very challenging balancing everything, but I think that's what makes it fun.
No, no, for sure. And I was gonna say too, man, because I mean, like for me, like for us here personally, like when I first started, of course, in the beginning, it wasn't like a common thing to go and cross train. Everybody was
Hmm.
so tight knit with their teams, and and a lot of teams still are, and that's
Yeah.
their choice for sure, man. But it's just to progress. A lot of fighters like throughout the years, like yeah, they had to start cross training, and they had to start going to gyms with better strikers or better grab or better
Yep.
with techniques that they had, because it's just But the fact that I mean you've been able to do that and actually still doing that, man, that says a says a lot, man. Because I mean, like you said, you're always going to be learning. I mean, I'm sure when when you were giving your black belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, man, you were still. It didn't mean that you knew everything. I mean, you pretty much already, you're up there and you're still learning every day, man.
Yeah, that like they say, once you get your black belt, it's just starting.
Yeah.
You're just beginning because there's a whole new level, a whole new mountain to climb. Like it never ends, unless you become one of those guys that stays stagnant. But being stagnant doesn't is not in my DNA. It doesn't work in my head like that. Like I'm always gonna grow. I'm always gonna continue to learn till the day I die.
No, man, it happened here years ago. I was actually at a Murilo Bustamante seminar and Brazilian top team back here in San Antonio. It was like years back, and two of the black belts were there, and I was taking photos. They allowed me to take footage and stuff, man. So I was taking photos. I look over, and they're both kind of like both black belts. We're talking to Murilo, and they're asking him for advice. And I was like, damn, I said, dude, that says a lot, because
Mhm.
here they are, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt. They've been training, doing MMA and all that stuff, and they're still asking, you know what I mean? And I said, dude,
Mhm.
it kind of humbled me because I said, man, it's gonna keep going, man. I mean, you're always
Oh
gonna
yeah.
need something, or want to keep acquiring and learning because, like with grappling, I mean, dude, it evolves so much, man. I mean, I see stuff now, and I'm like, damn, dude, like, I mean, it's crazy, I mean, the sport's
Mhm.
gotten better, or for some people might say the worst, when it comes to some of the promotions, man. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of great jiu-jitsu guys out there, man, men and women, dude. And I mean, they're getting younger every year, bro, and it's scary, but they're out there, man.
No kidding, man. I mean, it's like, oh, you start your kid in baseball, football when they're 5. Now, kids are starting at 5 years old
Yeah,
in MMA and jujitsu, and it's like, man, that's cool. Like, one day I'm gonna have kids, and they're gonna play all the sports, baseball, football, but they're gonna be in jujitsu. They're gonna be in gis before they can walk.
yeah.
So,
No, no, man.
but when the time comes, but it's just cool to see how much MMA is developing and how young they're starting nowadays.
No, for
Pretty
sure,
cool to
bro.
see.
No, no, yeah, man. Like I said, I mean, it's I keep seeing them out there, and I'm like, damn, dude, and it's good. I think when I first started training, I was 22, and I was training with high school kids, man, and they were, but I was doing good though, man. I mean, I was older, but I mean, I'd always done. I was a bricklayer, and I was doing all this hard work that I told people, man. Looking back now, I said, man, that shit was like CrossFit, dude. I was out there training hard, my core strength was good. My stance, I mean, balancing through scaffolds and doing all this freaking. I mean, it was crazy work, man. But I was like, you know what, man, I kind of
Mhm.
prepared me for it because when we started doing jujitsu and doing throws and and I was like, damn, I said, okay, I got a good base, so that was good. And I just went from there. I mean, I was still getting my butt kicked, but at least I had a little help right there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And bro, and of course, man, there's this fight coming up, bro, and this is the one I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna post a flyer up there for everybody to watch. Now, this is gonna be March 14th. Now, it's
Yes,
gonna be
sir.
the main event, bro. So, right off the bat, dude, when it comes to the main event, I mean, is that something? I mean, obviously, when they asked you, you were like, okay, yeah, man. Like, I mean, have you gotten used to being that person, dude? Because I mean, you're always the last fight of the night. A lot
Yeah.
of people are like, man, they take it, they go in the back and relax till it's time to warm up and get going. But I mean, what were your thoughts on that?
I mean, I just found out, I think it was Friday when they posted when the promotion posted the flyer. I had no idea. I
Oh
just thought I
man.
was fighting on the card. I had no idea. And I just saw that they tagged me. So when I looked, saw main event, I was like, oh, badass, hell yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I've been doing this for a while. I'm usually the one of the last fights or the main event. So to be honest, it's just another day. It's just another fight. I mean, I was definitely pumped up because I'm fighting at 145 now, and I've decided to go up this weight class because I mean, I can make the 135 weight, but my making the weight isn't always necessarily meaning that it's the best weight for your body and your I feel like my durability goes down because in the gym I take shots all the time and I never and it never bothers me or phases me or puts me on skates, but these last 3 fights I've had I get touched and I'm on ice skates and I don't really understand, I mean, and that's because I hired a UFC nutritionist for this last fight and this cut was perfect. I didn't
Yeah.
have to do anything hard, and I ate the entire time. She's the best. and and it, it just kind of dawned on me, like, you know what, maybe 35, I can make the weight, but maybe it's not efficient for my body.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm not a little 35er, but I'm really tall. So when I see some of the 45ers when they weigh in, I'm like, man, I'm bigger than them. And I fought at 45 before and I feel great, And I've even fought at 55 on a day notice while I weighed 35. And I still did pretty damn good. I mean, he beat me, but he definitely didn't feel crazy strong or anything like that. But I was like, I prayed on it, and they were like, "Hey, we got a fight for you, and it's at 45." I said, "Oh, perfect! Like
Nice.
it's time to see. Let's see if I'm right about this."
Yeah.
They saw I'm like going into this fight, like kind of like maybe this is the resurgence I need in my career. That hey, maybe I find a weight class where I can compete good at. I make the weight. I don't have to kill myself, and I have the durability and the resilience to take the shots that I can take in practice. So I'm very excited for this fight. And then I'm fighting at altitude. I've never
Yeah.
fought at altitude before. So that's another challenge that gets me up in the morning. Like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm with Coach Hyman wrestling in the morning. And it's hard it's hard waking up, and Coach Hyman is like 40 something years old. And I think I've taken Coach Hyman down in the probably 10 years I've known him,
Yeah.
maybe three times. And two of those times have been off the wall, off the fence. So I don't count that one.
Hmm.
But that he's a tough son of a gun. He's one of the best here in Texas, and he's real humble, real low key. And but I mean, his wrestling program is it's well known. Like we have a lot of guys that come out of there that that place and stayed. And I mean,
Yeah.
and me and him are slugging it out every Tuesday and Thursday in the morning. And he's definitely gonna have me ready for the wrestling end. That's for sure.
No, and I was gonna say too, and I'm sure he enjoys that too, man, because getting somebody to keep him on his toes.
Oh man, I mean, then don't get me wrong. I don't come close to getting him. There was one time where me and him were scrambling so much where we were on the mat. We ended off the mat on the cement floor, and then we ended up in a closet.
Oh, damn.
And we were still wrestling, trying to get a takedown. But like it didn't
Alright.
end. Like we were still wrestling in that coat closet. Coach Hyman's just built like that. He's just,
Yeah.
and he's very, very, he's just like how I think, really motivated. Losses that he had in college still bother him to this day. And that's just somebody I gravitate toward a lot, because the way that his stories, I feel like it's a lot like mine. I could take a lot from him. And like I said, I don't come close to taking him down. I'm just trying to get as close as I can to those legs. But man, he's a bad mofo. So
No, no, man. Well, bro. I mean, the fight being, being that it's a main event, being that you
Mhm.
are competing at 145 in altitude because it is in Las Cruces, New Mexico,
Yes,
man. And
sir.
I had seen that, and I was like, you know what? I've been through New Mexico. I know we got off and we kind of walked around and did a little, but I didn't stay. I was in training. I was in, so I was curious about that because I was like, man, I always hear about that, the high altitude, and I was
Mhm.
thinking, man, I wonder how bad it is, or the locals are used to it. I mean, your opponent, I mean, let me ask you that, your opponent is from New Mexico, right?
Yeah, I think he's from New Mexico or he's from Mexico. One of the two.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
too sure yet, but I'm assuming he's from there, so he gets home field advantage. But I'm already used to that. I'm always
Yeah.
the guy that comes to fight the hometown boys. So I kind of made my career like that. So it's nothing new to me. And my boxing coach has been there before, so he's gonna take me to a mountain and open up my lungs and get a little workout in so I can get acclimated to it.
Nice,
So,
nice.
I mean, and I'm just doing all I can here to get ready for that. So I can't control a lot of things in fighting, but what you can control is attitude and effort.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing both of those.
Nice. No, no, and of course, man, when it comes to training, because I mean, like you mentioned earlier, you do cross train. When it comes to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, when it comes to wrestling, I mean, have you done anything differently? Because when it comes to competing, I mean, you've done boxing, you've done karate combat, and mixed martial arts, of course. But I mean, have you, like, when you did karate combat? I mean, did you do anything different? I mean, have you added anything since then?
Mm, I added my boxing coach,
Yeah.
Coach Jordan, and Ingleside at Elite Fitness. Like a buddy of mine. I went looking for a boxing coach. I feel because that's where I've been losing. It's been in the stand up game. It hasn't been on the ground. So it's like I need to fix something. So I asked one of my buddies who's a pro boxer about what I was looking for in a coach, and he told me about coach. He told me about two coaches, Coach Jordan and another gentleman. So I went to Ingleside, which is about a 30-minute drive from my home, and I got there, and right away, the first session it was just me and him, and I said, "This is my guy." The way that Professor Leo is with details, with everything having a reason, with being real, like really really paying attention to like the finer things, the things that people miss. that 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 that's what I caught with Coach Jordan. He was catching things with my stand up where I didn't even know I was doing them, and that was just from one round of shadow boxing that I did.
Oh, nice.
He just told me to shadow box, and he was gonna watch me, and he started writing things down, and then he's okay. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. All this is stuff that needs to be corrected. He's like, you're good, but these are the things that I picked up on. And from then from then it's I think I've been with him about 2 months already. My striking and my stand up is night and day. I kind of
Mm,
disappeared from my gym for a little bit after my last loss, just boxing, keeping it kind of low key under the radar. And then when I came back, everybody was just like, "Dude, you've changed so much. Like, where have you been?" And I was like, "Oh, I had to add something new." And
yeah.
yeah, he changed my stand-up game so much to where it affected my wrestling, because my footwork has improved so much that I'm out of the way of a takedown, or I'm in a good position to defend a takedown. Like
Right.
it's really really cool how my boxing coach has changed my stand-up, and my stand-up has made everything else so much better. It's really really cool how they all kind of like work together, like, and it's crazy, it's all footwork. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought I was doing footwork, but now I'm everything that I do has a reason behind it. And it just like revamped my love for stand up.
No, I mean it's true, man. Because I know, just from your stance. I mean, from wrestling, from jujitsu. I mean, your stance changes. I mean, I know
Hmm.
mine did. I mean, when I first started training, I had done the same. I had tried going to a boxing gym, and I was just, I told them what I was doing. With, I mean, back then we didn't call it MMA, but I was just like, hey, we're doing valetudo. It's freestyle fighting. Like I just want to work on my hands, and they kind of, they were like, "Hey, we'll get in the bag," and I started hitting the bag and doing, and they kept getting mad at me because they were like, "Hey, your stance, man, it's all wrong." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Dude, I'm a grappler, bro." And they were like, "Well, you can't stand like that." They get mad, dude. And
Yeah.
but I was just like, man, I couldn't change it. And so I trained with them for like a month, and after that, I was just like, damn, like I wasn't getting what I wanted out of it, man. And I understand what they meant, but at the same time, like I wasn't trying to be a boxer. I
Yes.
just
Yeah.
wanted to work on combos, but I mean, yeah, looking back at it, I mean, your footwork definitely, that's something like myself. Like I never really, thought about it. Years later, I think I was a purple belt at the time, and I was training at I would go run at the Incarnate Word, and they had this field in the back. And one day I was out there with a friend of mine, and I said, hey, well, I'm gonna go run. She had a girlfriend. Her girlfriend had some guy that was there, and he's like, hey, this is my boyfriend. So we were talking in Spanish, right? We were like, hey, and he told me like, "Hey, you're gonna go run," and I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Hey, you want to do some drills?" He's talking to me in Spanish, and I said, "Okay, man." Like we go out there, and he starts doing these crazy drills, dude. And I was like, "Oh, dude!" Like at the end of that workout, my legs were freaking toast, dude. Like I was like, "Damn,
Hmm.
man!" Like what do you do, man? And he's like, "Oh, well, he was playing soccer for Cruz Azul out there in Mexico, bro."
Okay.
And so all his footwork were on conditioning, and I was like, damn. And I said, you know what, man? So I started doing that, and I noticed like my stance, my base got a lot stronger. I got quicker. I was recovering a lot quick. I mean, it was just like when I went back to grappling, everybody's like, man, what are you taking? And I said, nothing, dude. I said my conditioning like went up, bro, because of my legs, because all the
Yeah.
other like side to side drills. I mean, speed ladder,
Yeah.
all that stuff, man. But yeah, man. I mean, your stance. I mean, the fact that you're coming back with that. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to you stepping back in there, man. I mean, if 145 is what feels comfortable, then why not?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm very, very eager to see this new form that I've acquired. Like it's like Dragon Ball Z when they find a new Super Saiyan form. Like
Oh yeah,
I found another form, and I'm very, very eager. By no means am I going to be a boxer or anything like that. Like I'm a mixed martial artist, but I can't wait to display this new form that I've acquired. I haven't figured out a name yet, but we'll figure that
man.
out after the win. That's for sure.
No, no, man. And of course, I mean, and I want you to bring this up because you did we did talk about cutting weight, as far as like you
Hmm.
going up in weight. But
Hmm.
a past opponent, in the UFC, man, he actually like passed out after he weighed in, man. This
Oh
isn't
yeah,
funny,
Cameron.
man, dude.
Yeah.
And it's a scary thing because of course, you're out there trying to make weight, but I mean, that's one of those things that, as a fighter, because when you get to the big show, and I've talked to a lot of fighters, even in regional, because they have you doing press conference, they have you doing interviews, you're doing your medicals, you're doing all this, you're trying to cut weight at the same time, man. And so you're like,
Hmm.
damn, a lot of people struggle because a lot of people are like, hey, they're up in weight, and they were like, dude, I wasn't able to cut all week. They have me jumping through loops,
Yeah.
hoops and all this stuff. But with him too, I mean, you have to fly out there, I'm sure, man, and I hear that messes with your body because of the flight
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
your blood pressure and everything else. So
Oh yeah.
but it's a scary thing, man. I mean, the guy's doing great, he's okay, and it's a good thing, man. But I mean, cutting weight, I mean, like you said, dude, I mean, you've been doing it for years, and I know after a while it becomes a science, where you can kind of
Yes.
know what to do, what not to do, how to do it, what time to start, and all
Yeah.
that. But when you don't have to do it at 35 anymore, I'm sure that's a lot less pressure on you, right?
Yes, yes. Like now I can like instead of like having to base my training around cardiovascular and getting a good sweat in and always like go 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 go. Now I'm making my sessions they're more skill based and I'm
Yeah,
separating them now. Like on certain days I'm just boxing. In the mornings I'm wrestling. Other nights I'm doing jujitsu. On 1 or 2 nights I'm doing MMA sparring and MMA drills. Like I'm instead of putting my sessions together all the time, I'm separating them now.
yeah,
And I feel that my skill in each part of my game is growing because I'm focusing that hour or two on just boxing, just jujitsu, just wrestling, and then at the end of the week, I'm putting it all together with MMA, which I've already been doing this for a while, so I can I know when and how to put it all together already. So and then and then this camp I never got away from the gi, but I took it off for a while
yeah,
because I was just focused on MMA because it's all the scrambles. But now I put my gi back on. A lot
right,
more of my training sessions now with jujitsu have are involved with the gi. And it's I mean, I don't use a lot of the grip lapels because I'm an MMA based guy, but
right,
those guys they have the grips on me, so I can't move around as freely as I normally would doing nogi.
right,
But that means that I have to be more technical about it. And when my buddies grab me at Gracie, like they're strong. Like I mean, that's all they do is the gi. So it means that my game has to be that much more tighter, that much more better. And then in the mornings on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm wrestling with Coach Jaime, and then MMA, we get to put it all together. And whether we're doing no gi, and then we do MMA class, so I'm getting like a little bit of everything. But trying different things I mean, so far it's working for me. And I'm definitely very tired throughout the day. It's waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning to strength condition or wrestling, and then coming back home probably around 10:15 to 10:30, eating, going to bed, and then I have work at 7 a.m. 7:30 in the morning till
damn,
whatever time I get done. So my day is just nonstop go, go, go. But I feel that's making me better because I'm separating everything now as opposed to blending it all together every day. And I
right,
feel I'm getting more out of my sessions because I don't have to worry about cutting so much weight.
nice, yeah.
So it definitely a load off my mind.
No, no, for sure, man. And of course, I mean, when it comes to you being a truck driver, man, what do you do out there, man? You listen to music, you sing? I mean, do you do TikTok videos or what, bro?
Nah, I listen to a lot of podcasts or
Yeah.
my buddy that I bow hunt with, he's a UPS driver. So we're talking crap to each other all damn day. Just getting talking about hunting or just BSing or whatever. But it definitely makes the day go by fast, and my route is usually, I don't have a set route. My routes are all over the place. So some days I'm going to Victoria, some days I'm going to Port Lavaca
Oh, nice.
or Edina or the little towns past Victoria and Port Lavaca. So it's
Okay.
definitely a long day. But talking to my buddy all day or listening to a podcast or just jamming out with some Morgan Wallen or something like that throughout the day, it definitely makes my day go by fast.
No, no, for
I'm
sure,
definitely
bro.
mentally tired, that's for sure. But That's where you have to find another, like when it's time to train, it's time to train.
Yeah.
And that's made me better as a martial artist mentally.
No, no, for sure, man. I've always told people like I despise driving, dude. Like if I couldn't, if I
Mm.
didn't have to drive, I'd be good. Like I'm, but I was a postal employee for years, man. So I used to have to drive, deliver mail. I used to have to. I was a self-contract delivery driver at one point, delivering furniture, bro. And I did that for like 8 years, man. And it was like
Yeah, dude.
driving everywhere, bro, all over the city, and which was great, man. I was
Oh yeah.
never, I wasn't an office guy, so I said, dude, I loved it. But it's like now that I'm not doing it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I kind of miss it, but I don't, man, because traffic and everything else, bro. It's not even me; it's everybody else, man. I'm like,
Dude, and I hate driving.
yeah,
I hate driving. It's funny 'cause now, like, ironically, it's my profession.
yeah,
That's what I do for a living. And driving to Victoria, whatever. Some of those days, I'm driving 230 miles plus,
damn.
and I hate driving, bro. And it just so happens I became a truck driver.
No, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but it's definitely a blessing. Working with Southeastern Freight Line is a great company. So, and it works with my schedule, and it's down the street from my gym.
Okay,
So
sweet,
if I'm
man.
ever cutting it short, like cutting it tight on time, my gyms are all happen to be just around.
Oh,
So it
nice,
works out perfect. Yeah. So I just take my gym bag with me, leave it in my truck. So if for whatever reason I get out late, I just go straight to the gym.
dude. There you go, man. Well, dude, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
glad it works out, and of course, I mean, always, hope you're safe out there, man, because the weather. I mean,
Mm.
the weather's been crazy coming through to Texas in general, and you never know what to expect, especially here in Texas, brother. It's crazy.
Oh, dude, no kidding. You got to pack for all seasons.
Yeah.
Cold in the morning, then it'll rain, and it's hot throughout the rest of the day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't even mention that. I'm not even, dude, bro. Like I think, well, even like yesterday and today, like being outside, like working on the yard, and I'm thinking, damn, dude, it's not for me, bro. Like I was out there, I grew up out there. I love, I'm not like shying away from it, but now that I'm a building maintenance guy, man, and it's like, dude, I'm indoors. I'm like, I got spoiled, bro. So now I'm like, they tell me I got to do something outside. I'm like, man, I'll do it early in the morning, before the sun comes
Yeah.
out, man. But it's crazy, man. But dude, I mean, the fact that you're still training, man, and you're still, mobile and moving and doing all this, bro. I mean, I gotta ask you, man, because you have competed, and nothing to take away from this upcoming fight. But when it comes to other platforms that are out there, bro, because I mean, for one, Dirty Boxing was here in Houston a while back, man. I mean, Bare
Mhm.
Knuckle Boxing's been through here. Have any other like platforms out there caught your attention, man, that you'd want to try out someday?
Mm, no, no. I mean, Karate Combat was really cool. Like
Yeah,
I like that whole event. They put on a great show. They take care of the fighters like 100%. They took care of me when I fought for them, both times. Like they take care of you,
yeah.
and being able to fight in that pit and to fight in like the gi and stuff. I felt like I was like in the Karate Kid. Like whenever they're fighting like Cobra Kai and stuff, that was so
Yeah,
cool.
bro.
Mhm. But like I mean, as far as bare knuckle, no, like that's not. I'm not interested in that at all. And dirty boxing, that seems cool. I mean, being able to throw elbows and clinching a little bit, no takedowns. That's cool, but nah, not really. To be honest, it's like pro boxing. Yes, I get offers all the time to fight. But as far as other platforms, other than Karate Combat, and to be honest, no, nothing really catches my eye. Not in that regard, anyway.
Right, right. No, yeah, man. And I was gonna say too, because I know in dirty boxing, one of the rules was like if your opponent's down, you can punch down, but you can't ground and pound. And I
Yeah.
was thinking, like, dude, that's awkward. Because I mean, if you stand up on your feet and you're trying to punch down, I said, unless you're literally training for that, that's just an awkward position, man. Like you can't lean on the dude, you can't. It's just unless you have long arms too, right? Because if you have a short reach,
Yeah.
man, you ain't hitting anything, bro.
Yeah, like when I fought in Karate Combat, the rules they were changing them
Yeah.
as they were going. So it was like, oh, we're not doing takedowns. And then the second one I fought in Nashville, they're like, okay, you can do a takedown, but you can't lift up. You can only cut an angle, or you can
Oh,
do a hip toss. So it was definitely different, but it was really cool at the same time because you're having to adjust to different rule sets.
yeah.
And I'm always down for whatever. Like regardless of the rule set, whatever it is, you can't do this, can't do that. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna show up and fight, and that's it.
No, no, for sure, man. I mean, it's just you and your opponent, and that's it, right?
Mhm.
Go at it, brother.
Yes, sir.
And let me ask you earlier, man, you were talking about bow hunting and you mentioned Rambo, right? Feeling like Rambo with
Hmm.
the bow. And then
Yeah.
you're a truck driver, man. And I'm thinking, okay, you know what? That I can picture you with
Oh,
your hat, arm wrestling, bro.
over the
Maybe
top.
in the future, man.
Man, that's such a great movie, man. But
Yeah.
my arms are small, bro. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do that. No, I'm not
Yeah. I'm
that
gonna picture you
strong.
driving out there with that machine, bro. Just training, boom, getting ready for that, man.
Yeah, yeah, I know for sure, man. No, no, I don't think I have the arms like that. No, but I mean, those movies are classic. But yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely something that, like, I guess '90s or '80s kids, when we grew up watching those movies, man, those were the movies, man. That's where it was at. That or
Man,
Commando or all those movies, man. Those are all great movies.
dude, there was a movie with Charlie Sheen and his brother Emilio, and where they were garbage men. And they were, I think I
Mhm.
forgot what it was called, but they were garbage men, and the movie was fun as hell. And like when I was in high school, I was watching it, and I got an opportunity to work for the garbage, sit here in San Antonio, man. And dude, it was
Mhm.
nothing like that movie, bro. I got there and I was like, man, this job sucks, dude. Stunk. I mean, it was just like it was great money. I mean, I'll say that, but it was just like, damn, dude. Like I always wondered like what the garbage men did on their days off, and I found out, man. I was like, damn. I said, yeah, it's no days off, bro. You're out there cleaning porta potties and all sorts of stuff, dude. It was just bad, dude. But the people
Yeah.
that do it, God bless them, dude. I hope they keep
Yep.
doing it, man. But it was just tough. But yeah, there's been a lot of movies. I know. I was able to work as a postal employee, man. I was a letter carrier for years, man, and that I loved, dude. I enjoyed it. I personally I screwed up by changing crafts and going to work at the main post office, and that one killed me because I was indoors, a big building. It was just like there was a lot of there was a lot of drama, dude. There was a lot of like, dude, it was just bad, So I just left, took my retirement and pulled out, and that's when I started actually becoming a contract delivery driver. Right, I was delivering furniture, and I was like, you know what, let me just do this for a while. It was great money in the beginning, and then these apps popped up and took my business, man. So I blame AI, bro. AI. No, but
Yeah,
it
no
just got to
kidding.
where, a lot of the jobs kind of started getting picked up online. I was like, damn, I was an old school guy. Like they call me like when the customers were there and they're like, hey, we'll call this guy. And I would answer. I wasn't a robot, and but it was fun though, man. I mean, that's one of the things that I loved, and I'm sure you do it too, because you're driving back and forth and you're seeing the growth, you're seeing the buildings coming up, you're seeing like everything growing in front of you, man. And if it wasn't for that during COVID, for me, like dude, San Antonio like blew up, man, to where I was seeing like houses where they would tell me, oh, I live out here, and I look at the address and I'm like, damn, there's nothing out there. And I would drive and I'm like, oh crap, dude, there's like buildings and houses, and I was like, wow, bro, like it was literally growing as they were, like they were just knocking everything down and growing, putting houses up. But I was able to see that, and even now, like I still go out there and I'm like, damn, dude, like it was all nothing but monte, woods and everything, and now it's
Yeah.
like freaking apartments and houses, and but it's still booming, man. It's still growing, so it's a good thing.
Oh man, growth is always good, man. Whether it's with the city or buildings or with more growth, things come up, more opportunities. There's more work. It's overall good. I mean, we take away from the animals and stuff like that with their land and stuff, but I mean, I guess you can't stop that. It's just part of, I guess, life.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we gotta, people move in. I mean, where are we gonna put them? Can't be
Hmm.
like just be putting up buildings with like 100 floors, right? And there freaking buildings everywhere, bro. We gotta go wide instead of up. So
Yeah, no
yeah,
kidding,
man.
right?
But let me ask you, bro. I mean, I brought up those two movies, bro. But let me ask you, when it comes to an opportunity, say you got an opportunity to come out in the film, man. Like, what kind of genre would you like if somebody's like, hey, we need a we have a film coming up. I mean, what would you say fits you the best? Would it be comedy? Would it be horror? Or would it be an action film, bro?
Oh, that's a good question. Dude, I would love to come out like in a Michael Myers movie and fight him like one
Nice,
on one.
nice,
That'd be
bro.
pretty cool. Like whenever Buster Rhymes fought him in
Yeah,
Halloween
dude.
H2O, he was hitting him with that stick. Like he looked all cool doing all that. That'd be pretty cool to fight like Michael Myers or like Freddy Krueger or one of those guys in a horror movie. That'd be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I would die, but that'd still be
Oh
pretty cool to
yeah,
do.
yeah. At least you go out there swinging, right?
Exactly. If I can get one good shot on him, that's all I need.
No, no,
That
for
or like
sure,
a
man.
like a hunting movie. That'd be pretty cool. There's not a lot of hunting movies out there, but that'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool if they were to do one. That'd be really interesting.
No, that's true. I never thought about that, but yeah, man, it'd be nice to, I mean, I know when it comes to act. I mean, there's action films out there, but I mean, a good hunting film, like
Hmm.
in years, dude. I know. The other day, people were talking about westerns, and I said, "Well, there's been a few westerns out there, but so for something great, I mean, it's been a while."
Oh
You know,
man, I mean, they don't make too many good westerns anymore. I mean, all the good ones are the old ones like Tombstone, things like that. Like that's my favorite movie, obviously Tombstone. But I mean, or like a funny movie, like something like Rush Hour with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. That'd be hilarious. I'm pretty
uh,
loud, so maybe I could be like Chris Tucker's character or
there you
something.
go, man. I don't think they kept saying he wasn't coming back, or he's always so. Hey, man, who knows, man?
Yeah,
They might audition you for that role, dude. We'll see. It can happen, brother.
that'd
But
be pretty
bro,
cool.
man. But of course, man. Let me ask you. When it comes to like you mentioned training, but nutrition, man. I mean, have you changed anything? Because I mean, of course, you're out there hunting and bringing back food, right? So is it
Mhm.
all meat, or what's your meal plan look like, dude? What do you eat on the limit?
Since I hired this lady that does a lot of the UFC fighters, she does Corey Sanhagen's diet. She does a lot of like top. She
All
does a lot
right.
of just fighters all around. It definitely I'm eating more. Like when
Yeah.
I even with this last fight when I fought at 35, I was eating so much food. I felt guilty that I wasn't gonna make the weight cut. And no, sure enough, she just told me trust the process. Like trust me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to do any sauna. I didn't have to do any Epsom salt baths.
Damn.
I made weight waking up. Like and I wasn't, I was able to talk. I wasn't lightheaded. I never felt like I wasn't going to be able to walk
Yeah.
or even work. Like I felt amazing. So I'm eating more. Like it's very, very strange how they have it down to a science. But no, I mean, and then I love eating wild game and what I hunt all year, and that's majority of my diet.
Nice.
Like my diet plans, it's wild game once a day, and then I have pork or some type of steak.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, you hear all this, you're like, there's no way this is on a diet. Like you're gonna make weight like this. No, dude. Sure enough, I made the 135 limit easy. It didn't
Damn.
make any sense to me, but I mean, they got it down to a science. So I just eat whatever she tells me. She gives me like options of what I like,
Yeah.
and what I like is a lot of wild game. She said, "Oh, that's perfect."
Nice.
And she made my diet plan like that, and it's been money. So I'm really looking forward to being able to. I'm eating more now, so
Yeah.
making that weight cut to 45, that 10 pounds it's gonna be nice not having to cut down to 35. That's for
No,
sure.
no. Definitely, man, because I know towards the end of last year, like I actually started doing the carnivore diet, right? So I started,
Yep.
and I'm not big on meat, bro. Like I've never been. I mean, I do eat, but I've always been a carb guy, man. And so I cut carbs. I cut, and dude, like within 1 month, like I saw it, dude. Like I was like, damn. Like I just felt
Hmm.
like a whole different person, dude. And then within like the 3 4 months, dude, like I had dropped like 35 40 pounds, bro.
Hey,
And so I was
nice.
like, damn, and people noticed it. I noticed it because I'm putting shirts on that I was like, damn, they're not hugging me back, like it's been a while, bro. And but it's like, I mean, but yeah, like you said, I mean, it's a game changer because when I started doing it, I said, you know what? I mean, I've been doing I go jogging like every other day and I do road work and I'm not like training for anything, but I'm staying mobile and that's I do a lot of bird crawls, man, and it's crazy because it's just I'm done, and I'm like, damn, dude, that's like a full body, and it's just like
Hmm.
people downplay it, but it's like body weight, man. But yeah, man, I'd be interested to do something like that too, just for them to be able to break down and say, okay, you know what, this is all the things you like. Okay, well, this is what you can eat, and I'd be like, dude, perfect, because I'm eating what I want, and
Hmm.
watching that weight still go down, man. But
Yep.
I'm still up there. I still got a few pounds to go, man. I'll still be fighting like heavyweight. No, not even heavyweight, bro. I'm past that, dude. Like shit. But yeah, dude. I mean, for me, I'd want to be comfortable walking around like at 185. Like that would be
Yeah.
my ideal weight, just because it's like, you know what, dude, I still want weight on me, and I still want, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm still pushing, bro. So we'll see what happens, man.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, no, for sure. And then I'm a big sweets guy.
Yeah.
So like I love sweets, pastries, donuts, cookies. I'm bad like that. So she put that into the diet, but she gave me things that I can eat that will take my cravings away.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the hell? And I was like, I can eat this. Like, for example, it's a parfait cheesecake
Okay.
with Greek yogurt and fat-free cheesecake pudding powder. And then
Damn.
there's you put blueberries in there, you add vanilla extract or whatever
Yeah.
that is, granola, mix it up together, and it tastes like cheesecake.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can eat this, and she's all, oh yeah. And dude, I didn't
Whoa.
crave anything sweet, like I didn't have any cravings. I never broke on that diet. Like
Yeah.
she literally, from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, there was meals every 2 to 3 hours,
No, yeah.
and things that I like.
Yeah.
And I was able to eat all day, and I was still losing weight like clockwork.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. That's why I'm definitely hiring her again this time.
And I was gonna say too, because people don't think about that, but I mean, when you stop eating, and people that diet and they're like, "Oh, I don't eat all day," well, that slows down your metabolism, man. You gotta
Metabolism,
eat.
yep.
So it's like it's good to eat, but eat in portions. Eat,
Mm-hmm.
good food like energy food, and that's for me, like when I started delivering furniture, I think I was walking around like at 170, and I used to run like bike ride a lot, man. And so, but I would always like, okay, well, I'm gonna eat what I want because I'm working out. Well, then I stopped
Mm-hmm.
working out, and that's when everything came back. And I was like, damn. So, and looking back now, I'm thinking, man, actually, if I would have just eaten like the way I'm eating now, I would have stayed at 170, bro. Like, or
Yeah.
been weighing less, man. But yeah, man, people definitely out there, man. And you got to listen to your body too, man, because it's like
Yep.
your body's telling you something, and obviously, it doesn't want certain foods, it doesn't want. But yeah, man. I mean, this new year, man, like I'm looking to keep busy and keep going, man. But like individuals like yourself that are out there testing themselves and going and competing, man. Like I said, dude, I've been a fan of you, man. I've been following you guys from Corpus for years, brother. I'm a fan of everybody, man. So it's like the fact that you guys are still out there doing your thing, puts a smile in my face because I'm like, you know what, man, I know you guys are doing this because you want to, and it's like, you know what, man, I love that. It's motivation for me, man. So thank you for that, brother.
No, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. It really puts a smile on my face knowing that, like comments like the what you just said, like that really like it not that I'm looking for praise, but it's definitely nice to hear like, hey, whatever you're doing that made me want to
Yeah.
go
Oh
run
yeah.
or eat a little bit better, or if you can do it, I can do it. 'Cause that's kind of like that's what kind of drives me to do it even more, cuz you never know who's watching.
No, no, for sure, man. The only thing I won't do is drive a rig, bro. I won't do that, man. You can keep that one, brother.
Dude, I definitely said that. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. Now I drive it and it feels like a regular dude. I mean, some of the maneuvers I do, I'm not gonna say that I'm doing them, but dude, there's some maneuvers that I do in traffic where it's like there's no way I should be doing this. But dude, like as a truck driver, you kind of gotta like you got to make we got to make deliveries,
Yeah.
and how we get in there we have to do it safely, obviously, but sometimes you're doing a move and you're like, man, I don't know how this is going to work, but let's just let it ride.
Yeah.
So,
No,
but
yeah,
no,
dude.
I mean, I definitely did not ever see myself being able to drive an 18 wheeler, and I'm just blessed that I don't know if I drive it the best, but I haven't got in any accidents yet, so I guess that's a plus.
No, no, yeah, bro. And I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, definitely stay safe out there, man. I know for the post office, like they used to have me driving like the 4 ton, the 5 ton vehicles, man. And
Hmm.
even those, bro, like, I mean, they were monsters, bro. And I'm like, when I worked at the Arsenal downtown for a few months, and they were like, hey, well, we don't have any LOVs, which is the postal Jeep.
Hmm.
And they're like, you got to take a 2 tonner. And I'm like, where am I going? And it's all downtown, bro. And I'm like,
Yeah.
dude. And I'm like, where do I park? And they're like, wherever there's space, man.
Yeah,
So, so there, so
exactly.
there I am getting on the sidewalk and putting my hazard. And the cop looking at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, bro, I got to deliver mail, dude. Like, I mean, and they never said anything, but it's just like, yeah, that's why I started laughing when you were talking about like some of the move because, dude, we had to, it's like, no, nobody let you cut in. And you're like, well, fuck it, I'm going to go in pretty
Dude,
good,
they're bad, man. And it's like, dude, are you trying to kill yourself?
man.
Like, I don't understand why. I mean, there's some bad drivers out there. I've
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
seen my share of it. But yeah, man, being able to parallel park, reverse turn, U-turn, doing stuff that I'm not gonna say what it is exactly. I'm gonna
Oh,
get in
yeah,
trouble,
yeah,
but dude, they're like, I'm very very surprised at like what us truck drivers have to do to make a delivery.
yeah.
In some places, there's some good drivers, they'll back up for you, or they'll even spot you sometimes.
Yeah,
But sometimes, dude, you're just like, well, I gotta back up and I got a blind side right now.
yeah,
So, Lord take the wheel.
yeah, yeah.
wheel.
No, I know when I first started doing my postal my driving test. I mean, the seats on the opposite side, right? So that was the biggest
Mhm.
thing. But the guy's like, "Hey, go get the 2 ton, you're gonna parallel park right here." And I'm like, "Okay, oh, cones, right? We're right there in the parking lot." So I go and I freaking see the light. I'm over here like perfect, right? Boom, and he was all like, and he comes up and he's like, "Damn, man!" And I said, "Well, I hit something." He said, "No." He said, "Dude, this is for the three." No, I had the 3 ton vehicle. He said, "You parked in the 2 ton, man. The other one's the 3 ton, and you still fucking made it, bro." And
Heck
I was
yeah.
like, okay. I was like, cool, man. But I mean, and that's why I tell people now because I've driven big vehicles. I mean, with my car, like I'm easy gravy, bro. Like I already know my vehicle, so I can go in between. I can parallel park. I can do all that stuff,
Mhm.
man. But a rig or a trailer, bro, like, hey, that's another story, man.
You definitely get used to it, dude. And then driving, I have to drive night sometimes. We have to pull the 228 footers.
Damn,
So
dude.
pulling combos like
Yeah,
that gets a little sketchy too. I mean, it's easy driving. We don't gotta. We're only going in a straight line from
right.
here to San Antonio, but like when you're like sometimes the back end trailer it starts like fishtailing,
Yeah.
so you got to stab your brakes to settle it down. And it's a little uneasy, driving next to other cars, and then there's a lot of construction going on in San Antonio. So,
Oh
but I
yeah.
mean, I do that too now. So it's pretty cool seeing where I started and where I'm at. It's really cool
No,
to see.
no, for sure, man. Well, bro, I'm gonna keep you in prayers, man. You and the rest of the truck
Please,
drivers out there, brother, because yeah, we definitely need you to, get from A to B and stay as safe as possible, man.
yes,
Brother,
sir.
but of
Yes,
course,
sir.
dude, this fight, man. I mean, this is coming up. For those that are out there, of course, it's gonna be the main event, March 14th. And bro, I'm rooting for you, man. I mean, you're gonna be out there, like you said, in the enemy territories, but I'm sure you're gonna get some fans while you're out there, and they're gonna see
Mhm.
you for who you are, and I wish you the best, bro. But dude, when it comes on your end, man, what can you tell us? I mean, do you have any sponsors? You have anybody you want to shout out real quick?
I'd like to thank all my coaches, Coach Jordan, Coach Leo, Coach Jaime Garcia, Patrick Ibarra, Michael, like just everybody that's out there still rooting for me, that's still riding with me. I really appreciate all of y'all. I
Heck yeah,
really do from the
dude.
bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
No, not a problem, brother. Well, I thank you, man. Of course, don't hang up yet, brother. But everybody out there, of course, once again, Spider here, DeFi Car Podcast.